You probably use a computer mouse every single day, right? But I'm willing to bet you have no idea about its origin story. And here's the spoiler. It doesn't start in some sterile, high-tech lab with a huge budget. Nope. It starts with a simple, hand-carved block of wood that somehow went on to change our entire relationship with technology forever.
It's a pretty wild thought, isn't it? That the sleek, futuristic device you're probably using to watch this right now has its roots in something so, well, basic. But that's exactly what happened. It's a fantastic story.
So, okay, let's just start with the object itself. You got to forget everything you know about plastic, lasers, and those fancy ergonomic designs. The very first computer mouse was just a simple, humble, wooden box. And just look at this thing. This prototype from way back in 1964 was literally carved by hand. It had just one lonely red button. And that cable trailing out the back, well, that's how it got its nickname, the mouse. And the best part is, the wood wasn't some grand design choice. It was just what they had lying around the lab at SRI. Totally practical, totally brilliant. I love this because it shows you just how clever the mechanics were. It was so simple. As you moved the box around, two little metal wheels underneath, one for horizontal, one for vertical, would spin. Those wheels were hooked up to sensors that would basically turn that physical spinning into an electrical signal. And that signal, well, that told the cursor on the screen exactly where to go. So simple, but absolutely ingenious. But here's the thing, and this is maybe the most important part of the whole story. The mouse was never the end goal. It wasn't about building a better pointer. It was just one small piece of a much, much bigger vision. And this was the man with that vision, Douglas Engelbart. His entire philosophy, his life's work, wasn't just about creating cool gadgets. It was about using technology to make us humans smarter, more capable, and way better at solving the world's really tough problems. So when Engelbart talked about augmenting human intellect, he really meant it. He imagined creating tools that would boost our natural abilities, like a superpower for our brains. So the mouse wasn't just for pointing and clicking. It was the key that would unlock a whole new way for people to interact, to collaborate, and to create things directly with digital information.
For about 4 years, this whole idea was cooked up in the lab. But then, in 1968, Engelbart and his team decided, you know what? It's time. It's time to show the world what we've built. And what happened next? Well, it's now the stuff of legend.
Okay, so picture the scene. It's San Francisco, a major computer conference. The audience has absolutely no idea that they're about to sit through a presentation that would literally define the next 50 years of technology. No clue at all. In just 90 minutes, Engelbart and his team demoed the whole shebang. I mean, try to wrap your head around this. In 1968, the audience saw the wooden mouse, sure, but they also saw clickable links, hypertext, they saw real-time collaborative editing on a document, live video conferencing, and multiple windows on a single screen. This was completely mind-blowing stuff. It wasn't a product demo, they were literally demoing the future.
You know, after a demo like that, the world just couldn't unsee what was possible. And that vision, powered by that humble wooden mouse, went on to create the digital world that every single one of us lives in today.
And this chart really puts the whole revolution into perspective. I mean, before this, using a computer meant typing these super complex commands or feeding in huge stacks of punch cards. It was slow, it was clunky, and it was really only for experts. The mouse changed all of that. It made computing visual, direct, and intuitive enough for anyone. It gave us the point-and-click world we take for granted. And you can see the lineage so clearly. The idea got picked up by Xerox, and they swapped the wheels for a little trackball. Then, of course, Apple famously bundled it with the Macintosh in 1984, which is what brought the mouse to the masses. You can draw a direct line from that original wooden block right to the slick optical and wireless mice we all have on our desks today. But there's a final, kind of sad twist to this incredible story of innovation. Because for all his genius, for literally inventing our future, Douglas Engelbart saw almost none of the financial rewards. Now, to be clear, Engelbart did get a patent for his invention back in 1970. In theory, that should have protected it, right? It should have given him the sole right to profit from it for years and years. That's how it's supposed to work. I want you to remember this date, 1987. That is the year the patent expired. It ran out right as the personal computer revolution was exploding, making the mouse an absolutely essential device for millions of people.
Can you believe the timing? He earned virtually nothing from an invention that would go on to generate billions and billions of dollars.
And that kind of leaves us with one last thought, doesn't it? Engelbart's story is this powerful reminder that a groundbreaking innovation is often this crazy combination of a brilliant idea, the right technology, and just perfect timing. And it really makes you wonder, what other wooden mice are out there right now, just sitting in a lab, waiting for their world-changing moment to finally arrive?